Hello everyone, this is Israel. Welcome to the latest episode of Talk. And from the last episode, we just talking about the top 100 players of the NBA for the NBA upcoming season, and we just talk about to number 20, and in this episode we'll just start from number 19, and we also talk about the team prediction in the new seasons, and also the honorable mention in my top 100 players. Okay, let's start it. And for number 19, I will go to Paul George. So Paul George, he was traded to Philadelphia, and he's 33 years old. Even though he's not the first option of a team, I think he's more suitable for second or third option a team. But I think his performance can assist the team to get a better performance. And number 18 now goes to Jaylen Brown. Yeah, for Jaylen Brown, he got the Finals MVP, but he didn't go to the Olympics. But I don't know, but I still believe he can get the similar performance, or maybe he will become this turn his madness to the motivation for motivation in the court, and maybe he will get a better performance next time, make some more breakthrough for a team. But I think the possibility is very low. I only, as a second option of a team, he actually played very well, but he wants to become better performance. Actually, it's not easy, and also he has some his drawbacks for his skill sets, and he's become 27 to 28 years old, not young. And for number 17, I will go to Damian Lillard. And last season, the chemistry with Lillard and Giannis, I think, not bad, but also not very well. But I think this year we still can focus on them, and we still can look forward to their performance. And number 16 goes to Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell, he still leads the Cavs to the fourth place in the Eastern Conference, and leads the team to the second round. But I think if Cleveland wants to become a better team, when they only got Donovan Mitchell, I don't think that's not enough. Yeah. For number 15, it goes to Kawhi Leonard. So for Kawhi, actually last year he plays well, and actually he is healthy for the regular season compared to the past few years, but he still got injured in the playoffs. So, and also he's 33 years old, and it is very hard to give them too much expectation to them. But his performance is still he is still good when he was healthy, and also he was selected to the USA basketball team, but he got injury, so he only can leave the team. Yeah. Hopefully he can play. He still can play well and stay healthy. Okay, for number 14, it goes to Jalen Brunson. Yeah, And Jalen Brunson actually he's improved very lot from last season, and I think in 2023 when the first season he was in New York, and the first option I think is not too obvious, just because like Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, who was the first option. Maybe some people suppose Julius Randle and some people suppose Jalen Brunson, and also for last season, and also in 2023 Julius Randle went to All-Star, but Jalen Brunson not. But last season, who is the first option is very obvious. Jalen Brunson is the first option in the team, and also they got the Ojak Nubi, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, even though he was traded, and got Mikal Bridges. So the team the team just rebuild built around him. So and actually also he played very well in the playoffs. Yeah. And for number 13, it goes to Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler last year he got some injuries, and he didn't play in the playoffs. So this is why Miami will be eliminated in the first round. But Butler will become 35 years old. He becomes older, and like Butler usually maybe he will not put all his strength on the regular season, because I think he needs to put more strength on the playoffs. So maybe he will not play well in the regular, but I think he still can play a very good performance in the playoffs. And for number 12, I will go to Devin Booker. So Devin Booker actually played very well in Olympics. He shows that he can not only just shooting, and he also can defense. So we can just take the expectation for him in a new season, like his defense can assist the team. Yeah, even though maybe he's still the top player in defense, but for Phoenix, but the team is not good at defense. So I think Booker can show not only shows not only his shooting skills, he also can show some defense skills to show more his skill sets for the teams, for the Phoenix. And number 11, I will go to Anthony Edwards. And Edwards actually he played very well in the last season, and he just becomes to the top player in the team, and we still can expect it, and especially Karl Anthony Towns was traded to New York, so that means Edwards is undoubtedly first option in the team, and he shows his leading. He shows his skills of leading the team to the better performance, and also not only Timberwolves, but also most of fans take expectation for him to lead the team, to play well in the playoffs, like Kevin Garnett did before. And for number 10, it goes to LeBron James. So LeBron James actually last year played very well. In this age, and also he played very well in Olympics, and he also got and he also got the Olympics MVP. So last year I put him on 11th place, but last year he just got very well. He just played very well. So I just put him number 10. And don't forget it. This is his 22 season in the NBA, and he has become 40 years old. Wow. Legend. Okay, for number 9, I will go to Anthony Davis. Yeah, so even though LeBron plays very well, but I think Lakers, I think the most influential player, I think, it still goes to Anthony Davis, especially his rebounds and his defense. Yeah, and also he can get some also his offense came very well. Yeah, if he is healthy. Okay, so number 8 goes to Kevin Durant. So KD is still KD. His shooting is still very good. He is in the top 10 scorer in the all time. Yeah, and I think, yeah, nothing to say. He's still a top player. He is a KD, and I think he can get to the 30K in the next season. Yeah. And number 7 goes to Joel Embiid. So Embiid, he is a top player when he was healthy, and his offense I think is almost the top player in the league. But his drawback is always in the playoffs because he always play very worse. He always play very bad, very awful in the playoffs. So I only can put him in this place. Yeah. So number 6, I will go to Jason Tatum. So for Jason Tatum, even though he didn't get an Finals MVP, and he didn't play. He only played little time. He didn't get much time to play in the Olympics, but that is not his fault, because if you have LeBron James and Kevin Durant in your team, yeah, they are always the first 2 options for the forwards. So Jason Tatum is always is always the third options in the forwards. Even though LeBron and KD maybe LeBron and KD is ranking behind him, but they are LeBron and KD, and they are still a top player in the league. So for Tatum, he is the third option of the small forward. So it is not his fault that he didn't play too much time in Olympics, but actually in the regular season, he still plays very well, and he got very much responsibility to lead the team to get the first place. Yeah. So I will still put him to 6th place. Yeah, but to be honestly, if Tatum gets the Finals MVP, I think he will become the top 5 player. Yeah. He will become obviously top 5 player, but he didn't get it. Yeah. So number 5 goes to Stephen Curry. So for Curry is still a top player in the league, but the Warriors didn't play well for last season, and also they have some younger generations. So Curry is still a top player, so this is why I still put him on number 5. And number 4, and also Curry also played very well in Olympics, especially in last 2 games. Yeah, last 2 games, like, he played very well, and he shows why he is the best shooter of all time. Yeah. And number 4 goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo. So for Giannis, he is still one of the top player of the league, but last year he got some injuries, and the chemistry with Dame, maybe not very well. So, but number 4, so I think this is why I will put a little backward for him. So for number 3, I'll go to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So he is very. So SGA, I think. So for Shai, he's got a 2nd place in the MVP voting, and he actually plays very well for the past 2 seasons. And he got 30 points, and his offense is very stable, and yeah, and nothing to argue. And number 2 goes to Luka Doncic. So for Doncic he also played very well last season, and he got the most points. He got the most points in the last season, and he leads the team to and he got the Western Championships. So I'll give him this credit to the 2nd place. Yeah. So I just think about I should put SGA to 2nd place or Luka to the 2nd place, because both of them play very well. SGA plays better in regular season, and I think his offense is more stable than Luka. But Luka beats the SGA in the playoffs. Also, Luka gets the Western Championship. Also his offense skills and his passing, his rebounding actually plays very well. And Mavericks and now Mavericks are very depends on his performance. And number 1 is undoubtedly Nikola Jokic. Yeah, nothing to argue. He is number 1. He is the best basketball player in the world nowadays. Yeah, if somebody says Nikola Jokic is not the best player, that just shows he didn't watch the NBA. Yeah. Okay. So this is my list of my top 100 player. My top 100 player in a new season. So this list I will put into my sports corner. So you can show the full list. Yeah, and the last part I will show you my prediction of each team's the standings of each teams. So I will go for Western Conference first, and also I will start from number 15 to number 1. Okay, so the last place in the Western Conference, I will go to Portland Trail Blazers. Yeah, because they are still rebuild their team, and Scoot Henderson didn't play very well, and and also they got Jeremy Grant. They still have DeAndre Ayton. Just in general, they are still a mess. Yeah, so I will put him to the last place. So for number 14, I will go to San Antonio Spurs. I will put the Spurs to number 14. That didn't means they're still very awful. I think Spurs will got some improvement in the next season, but it is too competitive in the Western Conference. So as a sophomore, even though Victor Wembanyama, I think he still can get better, and also he can lead the team to become better performance, but it is still very hard to lead the team into the playing tournament. But I think he still got improvement. And for number 13, it will goes to Utah Jazz. Yeah, and Utah Jazz actually their roster is still not bad. So I'll put them into number 13. And number 12, I will goes to Golden State Warriors. A little surprise, right? Just because I mentioned, Warriors still he is still a competitor to goes to playing tournaments, and also they still have a possibility to get a 50% of winning percentage. But there are so many teams that are competitive to go to the play. They goes to the playing tournaments or even go to the playoffs. But currently, the Golden State they only got the All-Star players only Stephen Curry. Yeah, and other players I don't think they can assist too much to improve their team performance. So I'll put it on number 12. And number 11, I will go to Houston Rockets. And for Houston, I think last year like he have some surprise for last year, even though they got number 11. But they just show that they have a chance to go to the playing tournament or playoffs. But I think in the new season, but it's still very hard for them to playing. But I think but I think they still got more chance to go to the playing. And number 10, I will go to New Orleans Pelicans. So they have Zion. They have Zion, and they got DeJounte Murray and CJ McCollum. Then they have Ingram, but even though Ingram maybe will be traded, but this is an important time for Zion to show that he can lead the team into the playoffs and then go to the second round. Otherwise, I don't think Pelicans can have some breakthrough performance in the past 3 years. And say more seriously, if Zion cannot lead the team to a better performance, they can start to thinking about to rebuild the team. And number 9, it goes to Los Angeles Lakers. I think Lakers, their roster actually not bad. They have D'Angelo Russell, they got Austin Reeves, and LeBron, Roy Hachimura, Anthony Davis, and I think their roster is not bad, but and also last year I put them into the second place, and a lot of YouTubers or a lot of people just put them into the top 2 or top 4, but they didn't get a very good team chemistry. So this year I don't think they can have a good performance, especially Lakers only got like 7-8 plays in these seasons. Yeah. So for number 8, I will go to Sacramento Kings. So for Sacramento, they have to improve their defense. Yeah, they have good enough for their offense. Their offense is very good. They got Fox. They got Sabonis. They are both of them are good at offense, but both of them are not good at defense. Maybe Sabonis maybe a little better. He can get rebounds. But this year they got DeMar DeRozan. I think I don't know. He can. His defense can assist the team. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I just put them to the similar place as the last year. So the 7th place I will go to Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah. Because last year they got the 5th place, and that's just because they have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they got healthy. But this year, Paul George goes to Philadelphia, and if Kawhi Leonard got injured, they only have James Harden, and James Harden is not a James Harden before, and also their bench I think is become worse compared to the past few seasons, and also the Western Conference is become more and more competitive. I think Clippers is become downgrade and downgrade. Yeah. So number 6 goes to Phoenix Suns. So I think for Phoenix, I think for this roster, I think it still can get not a bad place, but if they want to break through to the top of the teams, I think it's very hard for them. Just because Phoenix, they didn't have defense. Maybe Booker maybe a little improved, but I think it's still very hard to break through their performance. And KD has become older. He's influential. I don't know. And also they have a lot of top teams. They can beat the Suns. So this is a place I can put him in the. So this is the top place I can put them. So number 5 goes to Grizzlies. I'll put them in number 5 is just because Ja Morant can lead the team into the very top place of the league. Except last year because they got too much injury. But this year I think they can come back. But compared to the past 2 or 3 years ago, I think the next season will become more competitive. So I will put them into the 5th place. Maybe they can get better, and I hope they can get better, right? And number 4, I will go to Dallas Mavericks. I'll put them in 4th place just because they got a Western Championship last year. Otherwise, just for their rosters, I don't think they can get a top 4. Maybe Yeah. So, but I think I need to give them some respect, and for Luka and Dallas. So I put them for number 4. And number 3, I'll give to Minnesota Timberwolves. Actually, Timberwolves, they can play very well for the past 2 years. The very important factor is Anthony Edwards. He has the leading skills to improve the teams to a better performance, but he still needs to prove himself in the playoff. But in the regular season, they have Anthony Edwards, Timberwolves, and then the Timberwolves can play very well. Even though Karl Anthony Towns be traded, but they got Julius Randle. Julius Randle. Maybe he is not the best choice, but he knows how to win. But Karl Anthony Towns didn't know how to win. If Karl Anthony Towns knows how to win, and Timberwolves cannot get Anthony Edwards. Okay, for number 2, I'll go to Denver Nuggets. Yeah, I'll go for Denver Nuggets, and just because Jokic is still a top player, but Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon can play well. Can assist him to maintain a high quality performance. Is the first problem. Then the second problem is their bench. Yeah, so their bench is become more and more weak because they goes to other teams. So it is a very big challenge for them, and so I will put them to the second place. And the first place I will go to OKC Thunder, and just because last year they just got a top number 1, and for a new season I think they become at least they can maintain their performance in that season, because SGA is the MVP level player, and Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, I think they can get more. I think they can get more better, and also they have Isaiah Hartenstein, and he can just do some hard work and get some rebounds, and I think he can release the Chet Holmgren's skill sets. So in summary, this is my prediction for the Western Conference. So the first place I will go to OKC Thunder. They got 55 wins. And number 2 goes to Denver Nuggets. It goes to 54 wins. And number 3 goes to Minnesota Timberwolves. It goes to 52 wins. Number 4 goes to Dallas Mavericks. It goes to 50 wins. And number 5 I will goes to Memphis Grizzlies. It goes to 49 wins. Number 6 it goes to Phoenix Suns. It goes to 47 wins. And number 7 it goes to Los Angeles Clippers. They got 45 wins. And number 8 goes to Sacramento Kings. They got 44 wins. And number 9 it goes to Los Angeles Lakers. They got 43 wins. And number 10 it goes to New Orleans Pelicans. They got 42 wins. And number 11 it goes to Houston Rockets. They got 39 wins. Number 12 it goes to Golden State Warriors. They got 38 wins. And number 13 it goes to Utah Jazz. It goes to 32 teams. Number 14 goes to San Antonio Spurs. They got 30 wins. And last place goes to Trail Blazers. It goes to 23 wins. Okay, the next part I will go to the East Conference. So we'll start from the last place to the top place. And last place I will go to Brooklyn Nets. So for Brooklyn Nets, this is the first year they rebuild their teams. Their first option is Cam Thomas. So we don't need to give some expectation for them. Yeah, they will compete the first selection for next year's. They will compete for a lottery picks. Yeah, for next season. And the 14th place it will goes to Washington Wizards. Yeah. So for Washington, yeah, they're still a mess because last year they got Jordan Poole, and they think Jordan Poole, even though he cannot like improve the team performance, at least he have a lot of time and chance to show his skill sets, but he didn't did. So and also he was put into the bench, and actually I think he plays more better as a bench player than he was a starter player. But I think it's still a little better than Brooklyn Nets, just because they still have Kyle Kuzma, and they have the second pick player Alex Sarr. Even though Sarr, I think his skill set I think is still rough, but he's still a high potential player. Yeah, and also Jordan Poole. And number 13 goes to Detroit Pistons. Actually, Detroit Pistons, he got the last place for the past 2 years. Actually, he got 3 times. He got the last place 3 times in past 4 years. This is very worse. But I think this year a little better, just because they have Kate Cunningham and they just changed their coaches. I think maybe it can be better. They have Kate Cunningham and the Azor Thompson. Maybe they can get better. And also they got and also another important reason is Washington Wizards and Brooklyn Nets are too worse. So if Detroit is still if they still got the last place in the next season, it is very hard to explain. And the number 12, I will go to Chicago Bulls, because I think Chicago Bulls there starts to rebuild their teams, and they just traded DeMar DeRozan, and I think they will trade it Zach LaVine maybe in a short time, and now they have Josh Giddey and they have Buzelas. So they start to rebuild their teams. And for number 11, I think it goes to Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, and they have LaMelo Ball, and they got Miles Bridges, and they got Brandon Miller. And these 3 players, which one is first option, second option, or third option? I think it's still very. I think it's not very obviously. But currently, I think it's still LaMelo Ball. But after 1 year or 2 years, I'm not sure LaMelo is still the first option. And also, last year they have some injury issues. So I put him in 11, but I think that they still have chance to go to the playing tournament. And for number 10, I will go to Toronto Raptors. Yeah, and for Raptors, they have Scottie Barnes and RJ Barrett. I think even though they cannot play so too well, but I think the baseline is they should place to the playing tournament. Yeah, and also the ninth place will go to Atlanta Hawks. Also they have Trae Young, even though they traded DeJounte Murray, but they got Resurser, but I don't know how much Resurser can cover the skill, can cover this rule. Can cover this rule. Yeah. But I still think Atlanta Hawks is still a playing tournament, because I think for Trae Young, I don't think Trae Young can lead the team to a top performance. Especially there are more and more teams like become better. And number 8, I will go to Miami Heat. And for Miami, I think like for Jimmy Butler, I think for Miami and Jimmy Butler, I think they need to put some efforts in the playoffs. So I think they will save some energy in regular seasons. So I think they will not play very well in regular seasons, but in the playoff, not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it will become another Eastern Championship for the 8 seeds. Yeah, maybe. And for number 7, that will goes to Orlando Magics. Yeah, so for Orlando, actually they got the 5th place in the last season, but that just because like the 76ers got some injuries, and also Paolo Banchero and Francois. But this year, I think 76ers and New York Knicks and also Cleveland or Indiana Pacers, I think they still have a chance to beat them, because actually they are close. Yeah. So number 5 all goes to Indiana Pacers, because they got Siakam and Haliburton. I think there are 2 core players, and their roster also is competitive. So I think they got number 6. And for number 5, it goes to Cleveland Cavaliers. So I think Donovan Mitchell, he's a good player in regular season, and his problem is not in regular season. His problem is in the playoffs, because like his defense and his leading, it is very hard for him to lead the teams to play very well in playoffs. But in regular season, I think he still can maintain the team into a very good place. So I'll put number 5 for Cavaliers. And for number 4, I will go to New York Knicks. And New York Knicks, because Jalen Brunson is still very good. And also they got Mikal Bridges, OJ Anunoby, there are 2 top 3D players. And also they still have Josh Hart, and also even though Julius Randle was traded, but they got Karl Anthony Towns. But I'm not sure Towns can improve their team performance. But at least Karl Anthony Towns is another section for their offense. Yeah. So and also New York Knicks, I think they're still good at defense because Thomas Thibodeau, he is very focused on defense. Yeah. And number 3, I'll go to 76ers. Because 76ers is still very competitive. Last year they goes to number 7 just because Joel Embiid got injured. There's only Tyrese Maxey to maintain their standings. But this year, this year they got Paul George. I think Paul George. Yeah, maybe Paul George. Maybe he cannot lead the team by himself. But if he can have a good chemistry with Tyrese Maxey or Joel Embiid, I think it will be another upgrade for them. So I think at least, even though they still cannot play well in the playoffs, but in the regular season, I think they are still a top three teams in the Eastern Conference. And number 2, I will go to Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah. So for Milwaukee, they still have Giannis. They still got Damian Lillard. Even though they didn't play well last season, but the first year they played together, we still can expect they still can get a good chemistry for their second year. So if they are healthy, their roster, I think, is still the best team in the Eastern Conference, except for Boston Celtics. So the first place is on top 3 Boston Celtics. Yeah, even though maybe they cannot played very well as last season, but just show their roster. I think it is still very hard to. But it is very hard to beat them in the Eastern Conference. So I think Boston Celtics, I think they still can get the first seeds in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. His challenge is always in the Westerns. Does they can beat the Denver Nuggets? Does they can beat the Minnesota Timberwolves or OKC Thunders? Their challenges is always for them. Yeah. So in general, let me just in general, like from number 1 to number 15. So number 1, it goes to Boston Celtics. They got 57 wins. And number 2, it goes to Milwaukee Bucks. They got 53 wins. And number 3, it goes to Philadelphia 76ers. They got 52 wins. And number 4, it goes to New York Knicks. They got 49 wins. And number 5, it goes to Cleveland Cavaliers. They got 46 wins. And number 6, it goes to Indiana Pacers. They got 44 wins. Number 7, it goes to Orlando Magic. They got 43 wins. Number 8, it goes to Miami Heat. They got 41 wins. For number 9, it goes to Atlanta Hawks. They got to 38 wins. 38 wins. And number 10, it goes to Toronto Raptors. They got 36 wins. And number 11, it goes to Charlotte Hornets. They got 33 wins. And number 12, it goes to Chicago Bulls. They got 29 wins. And number 13, it goes to Detroit Pistons. They got 24 wins. And number 14, it goes to Washington Wizards. They only got 22 wins. And the last place goes to Brooklyn Nets. They got 20 wins. Okay, so the whole list, I will just put them into my sports corner. And in my sports corner, I will show my top 100 players and for for each and a top 10 player for each position, and my prediction of the my standings for the upcoming season. And the last thing I need to mention is my honorable mention for my top 100 player. These players maybe not, although these players are not into my top 10, but top 100. But I think those 5 players we still can observe their performance, and they still have competitive to into a top 100 list. Okay, we have five players, and these 5 players are not. We are not ranked for these 5 players. And the first one is Max Drews. Yeah, and Max Drews, I think last year, I think he played in Cleveland. I think he's played not bad. Yeah, as a guard. Yeah, and second player I will go to Ivica Zubac. Yeah, he is a center in the Los Angeles Clippers, and I think Zubac. I think for in these few years, I think Zubac has become a good. He's played very suitable in his role. Yeah. And next part is goes to Jalen Duren. Yeah. Jalen Duren, he also is a center in Detroit. Yeah. But yeah, I think he needs to collaborate with Kate Cunningham and Azura Thompson. They need to work together and to lead the team maybe a little better. Yeah. And next one is Jalen Suggs. And Jalen Suggs, I think last year he's becomes to a 3D player. I think plays not bad. Yeah. And he's only 22 years old, and yeah, he still have a chance to improve his performance, and we still have an expectation for him. Maybe next year he can go to the top 100 players. And the last one goes to Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook, I think Westbrook, I think he still can play, and last year and in the new season you will play for Denver Nuggets, and you will play at the bench, and he still can get the energy, and he still have athleticism, and he still have some of offensive skills. Yeah, and I think he can play he can play an important role in the Nuggets bench. Yeah. Okay, so this is my honor mention for my top 100 players, and hope them they can go to the top 100 list in the next season. Yeah. Okay, so this is the end of my this is the end of the talk, and we'll see you next time. Bye.